morning vlog. I just finished editing yesterday's vlog. Oh my god, I had so many ums in that vlog and like me trying to remember what I was gonna say that I had to edit out. It was crazy, and that was, I talked about it a little bit, but that was one of the repercussions that I had from staying up late the other night. So I just had a lot of brain fog and I had a tough time talking to you guys. And I'm still kind of having that today, but it's a little bit less so because I slept some. I did edit out the part of the vlog yesterday, so I'll explain it to you today. My cardiologist called and said I'm clear to do every single day fluids. We're hoping that after a month or so, my symptoms will have decreased enough that I can reduce the fluids to every other day, or maybe even once a week. GI issues are definitely worse than they were last time I was on IV fluids for peripheral IVs. And so they're taking a lot more to get back up to pace. I had some potato chips, so that made me super duper nauseous. So I started my fluids to see if that would help with nausea, because sometimes they do. And it's preferred to the Zofran, because the Zofran, because of my sensitivity to medications, can give me really bad side effects if I take it too many days in a row. And I'm just chillaxing here with my fluids. One thing I guess I didn't really consider is that when I go to the infusion center, they use these huge infusion pumps, and they're like totally silent. But this is an ambulatory infusion pump, so it's super small for 4 hours. Noise doesn't really bother me too much because obviously the benefits are totally worth it. It's like not even that big of a deal. If I'm watching TV, I can't even hear it. But it's a good idea for me to infuse if I'm gonna go out and do anything. Like if I'm gonna go to like a young adults meeting at church or something stupid like that. And I would bet money on the fact that there's gonna be that one person that's gonna be like, oh my god, can you turn off your pump? It's so annoying. Or say something about how loud it is, because there's always that one person, like always. I'm curious now though, like for people who have feeding tubes, do you all's pumps make noise? Because I have never actually had a feeding tube. I have narrowly escaped it a few times now, and my doctors keep bringing it up as like an option for me because medications aren't really working that well. So I'm always curious about feeding tube stuff. We just came out of the alteration shop. We've been to a seamstress locally that's really nice. To attach basically like a little hook, I'll show you guys later, on top of my bag. It doesn't really have to like hold the saline up, but it's to make sure it stays upright so I don't get any air in my line, because that would be super duper dangerous. She was so nice. She did it in like 5 minutes so that I didn't have to not have my bag, and she didn't even charge us for it because it was a medical thing. So super nice seamstress. Fixed my bag for me, and that was productive. And now we're gonna go home. My saline has like an hour left to run about, and then it should be done. I just finished my infusion, so I'm no longer hooked up to anything. And I also just got today these cute little alcohol caps. You still have to scrub whenever you access your port, but this kind of just keeps the very tippity top where the syringe connects to a little bit more clean, which I like a lot because I don't think you can be too clean when it comes to a central line. So now I'm not hooked up to anything, and I'm good for the rest of the day. One of the things the fluids help with is just a general feeling of malaise. I don't really know how to pronounce it. I'll put the spelling down here. But basically, just generally feeling like crap. Healthy people feel it whenever they don't eat, or they don't drink enough, or they get a cold. It's like not really anything specific you could put your finger on, but it just generally kind of feels like fatigue with other stuff. So one of the things the fluids help with for some reason for me is that. So I'm feeling a lot more chipper today. Even though I didn't get a good night's sleep, I'm feeling less than I was before the fluids, and that's great. I'm super grateful for these fluids and for everything they're gonna do for my body. So unfortunately, one of the things the fluids doesn't help with is also one of my biggest symptoms, and that is pain. Specifically leg pain. I'm in my wheelchair from my leg pain, but also instability, so it's not like I'm just in pain and I'm in the wheelchair because of that, although that is a totally legitimate reason to be in a wheelchair. But even in the wheelchair, I'm in a lot of pain a lot of the time, and some of that has to do with the fact that my wheelchair doesn't quite fit me properly, but a lot of it just has to do with sitting up makes my pain worse. Sitting up for even 5 minutes on a bad day can be really annoying. Going to get my bag fixed really flared up my joint pain because it's really bad today. So now I'm just kind of laying down. I lay flat with my head propped up a little bit, and that helps some with the pain, especially the one in my lower back. But unfortunately, there's not really much that can be done for the pain in my ankles, hips, and knees. I feel like this is just an aspect of EDS that it's really tough to talk about because pain is so subjective, and when I tell people I live in chronic pain, they're like, but you're so cheery, you're clearly not in that much pain. I'm like, that's not a good way to tell if someone's in pain. I can be laughing and have a good time and still be in a lot of pain. And obviously there is that threshold where my pain crosses, where I start getting irritable and, you know, I just start not wanting to do things as much. But even then, unless you know me, you're not going to know that that's from pain. But that's what my day is looking like. I thought I would share that with you guys because it's just a reality of my chronic illnesses. And, you know, I know if you have EDS, sometimes the pain can seem really... What's the word I'm looking for? Sometimes... If you have EDS, sometimes the pain can seem really isolating. And that's because, I mean, you can't do a lot. I can't sit up, so very basic things can be very difficult for me. But also it's just like I said, people can kind of take you the wrong way when you say you live in chronic pain. Just saying, it's definitely an aspect I think it's important to share about is chronic pain, because if you have it, hearing, at least for me anyways, hearing other people talk about their chronic pain helps me. But if you don't have it, if you don't have chronic pain, hearing about chronic pain can help you be a more understanding person. And if you ever have a friend that has chronic pain, you might be able to help them more because you understand it better. So just think it's an important thing to talk about. Oh, this is not fair. I don't even know why you're tickling me.
For all those out there, don't forget to laugh every day. It's good for you.
You can't quote the TiLite. We're not the TiLite.
I'm not quoting them. I totally did not say what they said.
They literally have that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, but it's not just theirs to say.
I'm pretty sure it's copyrighted once they start selling it.
That was not where I heard, don't forget to laugh.
Okay. Well, you guys can settle that argument. Anyways, Nate and I are lying down. My legs are still hurting a lot. So I was sitting up to crochet, and then I was like, man, I'm in a lot of pain. So I realized why, because I was sitting up, so I had to lie down. It's Rudy, by the way, attacking my hand in a non-aggressive manner. He's trying to play with me. He said, don't be a doofus. The vlog's gonna think you're an aggressive asshole.
He's not aggressive, but he is an asshole sometimes.
He can be. He does have an asshole.
After I got off work, I went and got a Publix sandwich.
And I was a smidge hungry, and I ate it, and then I got really nauseous.
And then I also got one of her favorite cookies.
Which I also ate, and I got more nauseous.
Also got some french fries because...
Which I didn't eat that much of that, but I did eat some of it, and I got nauseous.
So...
You guys noticing a, trend, what happens when I eat?
So it also it's really nice because she's actually eating, and when she wasn't getting her fluids, she wasn't eating as much.
Yeah, despite my, this stomach here, I actually don't eat that much. I eat very little. I don't know. My stupid thyroid's like, let's gain water weight even though you don't eat. But my GI doctors have confirmed I am malnourished.
Yeah, she only eats 4,000, 5,000 calories a day. Nothing too big.
Try for 800. Okay, people, we're gonna say goodnight now because I'm tired and I'm in a lot of pain if I stay up any late. Rudy. Oh my god! Get your paws off. Paws off. Good boy.
So she's gonna go to sleep now, and I'm gonna go home. So thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Leave comments if you want to just talk to us or have any questions. And good night.